Good morning. So I read that bananas are high in sugar and they raise your blood sugar levels. Should I avoid them? It's a good question. Bananas always comes up, and I think it stems from Slimming World a little bit because of the whole, if you cook the banana, it's a sin. If you don't, it's not, which makes pretty much zero sense, if I'm honest. Anyway, in short, basically, if you cook the banana, you could argue maybe it's easy to overeat. It's more ripe then, and obviously a green banana doesn't taste as good. It's got a bit more prebiotic benefits because it's higher in fibre, but it makes zero difference to the actual kind of calorie content to that, and it makes very minimal difference. So to call it a sin and then not. Anyway, there's that confusion. Then there's the whole thing about bananas being high in sugar. They seem to be the fruit that gets more kind of bad hype than any other fruit. Now, if you were to ask me what one fruit would I recommend if you had to choose one fruit, this is getting very specific. I'd say something like blueberries, because high in fibre, you can eat quite a lot for the total calorie intake, and they're full of polyphenols, like that colour, pigment colour to them in on there. But going back to bananas, and they're high in sugar, I've read that they raise your blood sugar levels. This is probably something online about them raising your blood sugar levels. Just know that it's actually normal for after you eat a carbohydrate, your blood sugar levels go up. That's actually a normal response, okay? That's actually the response that you want, because you want the sugar to go through your digestive system, then it goes into your bloodstream. From your bloodstream, your cells, like your muscles, will require this sugar. Now then this sugar, via the hormone insulin, will be shuttled into your, say, muscle cells and used for energy and all cellular. And then eventually, over around 2 to 3 hours or so, or 90 minutes, your blood sugar levels will come back down. And that's a normal response back to normal. So they go high, and you would, if you were to snapshot yourself at that time and take a blood test or a snapshot of your blood sugar levels, it would be like, oh, they're quite high. And that's actually a normal response. It's not like a massive peak and trough here. It would just be gradually up and down. Obviously, this is also dependent on the foods that you eat with it. So if you eat like a banana with some protein in there, like a banana and whey protein shake, for argument's sake, and you've got some peanut butter in there as well, which is fats, and there's some more fibre in there, they'll actually lower the glucose spike. Okay, so that actually lowers the glucose spike even more. Now, but that adds lots of calories in. So we're like tree from the forest from the trees. That's it. Missing the trees from the forest from the trees. That kind of saying comes into it, whichever way that round that is. But just to kind of reiterate on that, that's a normal response. If the only reason you're avoiding bananas is because they raise your blood sugar levels, you've then got to ask the question, okay, why is that a problem? Because that's actually a normal thing. Now, if you're going into the space of, I've got insulin resistance, I've got type 2 diabetes, and I'm trying to lower, and I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm trying to reduce the kind of strain, if you like, on the whole sugar, insulin, then, that's fine. We can lower your portion sizes over the day, lower your calories over the day, and we know that from the research into low-calorie diets and diabetes that does have an impact on your insulin sensitivities and your blood sugar levels. But if you're just someone who's trying to lose weight, your blood sugar levels are in the normal range, like, bananas aren't bad because they increase your blood sugar levels. That's normal. They are, quote unquote, perhaps bad if you overeat on calories over the day and you're eating them, maybe you're eating too much of them. You can eat too much of anything, and you're just snacking on fruit because you're not hungry because it's healthy. And that comes back to that free food mentality, and that nothing is really free, and that too much of anything can be a bad thing. Now, I hope that gives you some context around bananas, so we don't go bananas. Anyway, any questions, let me know, and I'll see you soon. Take care.